Welcome back to Hardball. Well, Senator Clinton trails Senator Obama in delegates right now, and the new Washington Post polls have them tied now in Texas, and Senator Clinton's lead shrinking in the state of Ohio. She did not have, as many people think, a game-changing moment in last night's debate. So, right now, should Senator Clinton press on in her quest for their Democratic nomination for president, or should she call it quits even now? Ed Schultz, the radio talk show host, who says she should quit now. Mark Green's the president of Air America. He's professionally neutral in this race, but he says Clinton should keep on going. Ed Schultz, you're a hard man. A hard man.
You know, Chris, Chris, this is a business. This isn't about personalities. It's not about who you like or don't like. The Clintons right now are in denial. I don't know how you can soft pedal this. How do you lose 11 straight contests by an average of 33 points? You got superdelegates jumping off the wagon. You got money drying up. And no one in the Clinton camp is explaining how they're going to turn this around. Everything they have tried has failed. The plagiarism thing has been absolutely a campaign killer. They've gone after his background in Chicago. They've gone after his speeches. They've gone after what they claim to be a lack of accomplishments. They say he doesn't have the experience. They're trying to say he can't be commander-in-chief. But why does he keep winning? He's winning because he's the nominee. It is over.
And your point is, Mr. Schultz, it's over, and she should acknowledge this. Let me ask Mark Green your view of this campaign. Should Hillary Clinton do what Ed Schultz says she should do, call it quits, head for the showers?
Of course not, because it's not a business. It's a democracy. Polls and pundits and the press don't pick nominees or presidents. A legal process does. The process says when you get to 2,025 delegates, you're it. Right now, no one's close to 2025. Senator Obama, of course, is closer, maybe closing in, has, as everyone can see, momentum. But since when would the Giants quit in the fourth quarter when they fell behind 14-10 to the Patriots? And even if the odds are steep,
this isn't a football game
quit.
Either.
1 second. The process is not completed.
And
Ed Schultz doesn't pick the nominee.
If the Clintons are trying to make this the Super Bowl, Mark, it's not going to work.
Well, let's continue. If Ed and others want to risk a Dewey beats Truman headline, be my guest. 8 months ago, most of us, including me, said John McCain, no chance. Now, of course, he's the nominee. If Barack Obama had listened to the tea leaves, had read them, he couldn't be the nominee. He's doing great. Our problem is of the four greatest Democratic candidates for president in my lifetime, John Kennedy and Bill Clinton, two are now running against each other, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Let voters decide. And why preempt
They have
the race?
decided.
Have you heard of the states of Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania?
This is exactly what I'm talking about, Mark. You are in absolute denial. You're a typical Clintonite. You're trying to paint a picture that just isn't there. The voters are speaking in droves. We have not seen a Democrat like this perform since FDR. The fact is that everything the Clintons have done, they're going to split the party if they keep doing this.
And are you afraid that she's going to pull a comeback? And you want her out before she pulls her comeback?
No, the bigger story. You know what, Chris? Chris, if she comes back, the big story isn't going to be the comeback. It's going to be the denies of Barack Obama's camp. We're going to have to ask, what in the heck did you do to lose that? I mean, the fact is, we're not even talking about Michigan and Florida delegates anymore.
Chris, Ed has never run for office. When Ronald Reagan ran in '76, he was
how many elections have you won, Mark?
Two more than you. You don't understand what happens in a campaign. When Ronald Reagan ran in '76, he was 100 delegates behind Gerald Ford. He went to the convention. When Ted Kennedy ran in 1980, he was 300 to 400 delegates
you're
behind.
Yesteryear.
I don't know why, Ed. You're afraid.
You are so yesteryear. I am sick of the Clintons.
Stop interrupting.
Paint this picture that they have a chance to do this.
Why are you afraid?
Tell me, Mark, how are you going to turn this around?
Why are you interrupting me?
How are you going to turn this around?
One sentence.
Okay,
it's
stop
not for
a
me
second.
to turn it around.
And you have to relate here. You have to withhold till he finishes his thought.
I don't know why Ed is afraid to let voters in Ohio and Texas vote. And by the way, if Barack
let him
Obama
respond
does
to that.
what Ed...
Let him respond to that. Why are you afraid to let voters in Ohio and Texas vote? That's what he's saying. Asking you.
I think the Clintons run the risk of damaging the party and dividing the great unity and momentum that is out there that could really bring change to this country. This is not about Hillary or Bill. This is about the party. The party continues to speak. Everything the Clintons have tried has not worked. They need to step up in front, at least to the Democratic leadership, and explain to them, this is how we're going to win. It ain't Texas, and it ain't Ohio.
Okay, let me go to a middle case here, Mark. If the Clintons can't pull it off in Texas in terms of the popular vote, in Ohio in terms of the popular vote, President Clinton has said they'll lose. Do you go along with that? That's the time to admit defeat if they lose both of these on March 4th. Is that the time to throw in the towel? Bill Clinton suggested that the other day. Right. Is he right?
It's my personal view, although it's very hard to lecture candidates when they're in the middle of it. It's my personal view that when it hits the odds of 20-1, when it's either mathematically or near mathematically impossible to win, then a candidate should say it's not worth it, and they'll unite. By the way, if Barack Obama and his campaign are not calling for her to withdraw, Ed's is an eccentric view. Even the Obama people aren't asking what he's asking. Should he win Ohio and Texas, he will be a stronger nominee because he's won everything. If Hillary Clinton should come back, she will be a stronger nominee. I don't know why Ed is afraid of democracy.
Okay, let me ask you more about...
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm a realist, and you're not, Mark. You're not a realist in this, and you run the risk of damaging the party and ruining all this momentum. The more she says about Barack Obama and the more negative she gets, the more it's going to hurt the party. How many in a row do you have to lose? Give me a number.
20, 25, okay. And then you're the nominee.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark Green. Thank you, Ed Schultz.